phone so it doesn't ring.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the May 16th Town Board meeting. Please stand for the pledge. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing. Being it's National Police Officers Week, I'd like to take a moment of silence for all the men and women who served beautifully and lost their lives last year protecting us. Thank you. Roll call.
Jeff Renahan, First Ward.
Bill Carlos, Second Ward.
Jessica Lopez, Third Ward.
Matthew Wolver, Fifth Ward.
Ann Schurshin, 6th Ward.
Felicia Salvatore, Town Clerk.
Jim Nelson, Attorney for the Town.
John Baisley, Town Supervisor. Tonight's agenda is decent size, but we don't see too many major things on them. A few appointments. Number one is retirement of Detective Daryl Honkala. Number two is promotion Sergeant Craig Mizell to Lieutenant. 3 is a promotion Police Officer William Holland to Police Sergeant. Appoint Leslie Lugo, temporary part-time police assistant. Authorize the supervisor to sign Marist College traffic control agreement. 6, authorize the supervisor to sign Atlas Star copier service agreement. 7, appoint Ann Paneline, part-time permanent clerk in legal department. 8, appoint Daniel Sorelli, substitute court attendant in the Justice Department. 9, authorize the town clerk to advertise the bids. Arlington Wastewater Treatment Plant, new pumping equipment. 10, authorize the town clerk to advertise the bids. Full CIPP sanitary sewer pipe repairs. 11, authorize the Vassar College alumni reunion fireworks display. 12, accept the resignation of Robert Nasser from the Board of Ethics. 13, appoint Robert Nasser to an alternate planning board member. 14, authorize the supervisor to sign Lime Energy contracts. 15, a notification of Abilities First, 248 Creek Road Apartments, revising the capacity from 3-person to 4-person in a home, and there's 1 SC for.
There's 1. It says 3, but there's really only 1.
Okay.
If you read that.
And that's for McDonald Run and Wappingers Falls.
Yep.
With that, I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules for comment on any item on the agenda.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Does anybody like to speak on any item on the agenda? If not, a motion to resume the rules.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Jeff?
Be resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby accept with regret the retirement of Daryl Honkala, Detective with the Town of Poughkeepsie Police Department, effective May 31st, 2018. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion second. Any questions on that one? I'd just like to thank Officer Honkala for his years of service to the town and wish him the best on his retirement. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 6-0.
Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the promotion of Police Sergeant Craig A. Mizell to the position of Police Lieutenant Permanent at the yearly salary of $112,083.43, subject to a probationary period of not less than 8 or more than 26 weeks per civil service law, effective May 21st, 2018. Be it further resolved that the town supervisor is authorized to execute and file all documentation required by the Dutchess County Department of Human Resources in connection with this appointment. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion second. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0. Congratulations.
Where are we here? 3? Okay. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the promotion of Police Officer William T. Holland to the position of Police Sergeant, Contingent Permanent, at the yearly salary of $102,910.56, subject to a probationary period of not less than 8 nor more than 26 weeks per civil service law, effective May 21st, 2018, And be it further resolved that the town supervisor is authorized to execute and file all documentation required by the Dutchess County Department of Human Resources in connection with this appointment. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any questions on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Congratulations.
Resolved, Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Leslie Lugo to the position of temporary part-time police assistant for the Town of Poughkeepsie Police Department at a grade 6, step 1 salary of $21.53 per hour, which appointment is subject to probationary period of not less than 8 nor more than 26 weeks per civil service law, effective June 4th, 2018, and be it further resolved, the Town Supervisor is authorized to execute and file all documentation required by the Dutchess County Department of Human Resources in connection with this appointment. So moved.
Second.
A motion and a second. Any questions on this? This is a temporary police assistant. She's going to help in the training of them on the new computer system. He's already got training. She works for, I think, the Sheriff's Department now. She'll just be here to help us through the transition. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Let's give us 2 seconds and let them empty out.
It's a big thing.
Door to close. Resolution 5. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the supervisor or his designee to execute a traffic control letter agreement with Marist College for the academic years of 2018-19, 2019-20, and 2020-21, as outlined in the May 7th, 2018 memorandum from Police Chief Spiro, and Marist College's letter of May 3rd, 2018, copies of which are attached, terminable by either party on 30 days written notice, with the payment to the town to include the town's actual overtime expense plus an additional payment to the town to offset its indirect costs of 20% for the length of the agreement. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any question on this one?
I just had a quick question. Mr. Nelson, is the 20% here referring to the total overtime expenses? And is that clearly enough worded? It seems a little ambiguous as to what it's 20% of.
Captain, can you answer that question?
Yes, usually the 20%.
Come on up, Kevin.
Apologize on that. The 20% is on top of the overtime costs. It's the fringe benefit to cover the vehicle and expenses such as that.
Okay, so it is supposed to be 20% of
Just the
additional-
overtime.
Just the overtime.
expense.
Correct.
Is that worded clearly enough, Mr. Nelson?
I can make it clearer if you'd like.
It just seems a
No, I
little.
can, and I will.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the supervisor to sign a maintenance agreement with Atlas Star Digital Document Specialist for copier maintenance at the Town of Poughkeepsie Police Department for the agreement period from May 15th, 2018 to May 14th, 2019, at an annual cost of $1,200, which is a decrease from last year due to the fact that there was a copier removed from the agreement, and be further resolved, and the town board further finds that it would be not in the best interest of the town to solicit alternative proposals or quotations for such services, and be further resolved that the town board finds that this is a type 2 action requiring no environmental review. So moved.
Second.
Motion second. Any question on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Ann Panaline as a part-time permanent clerk to the Legal Department at a salary of $16 per hour effective May 21st, 2018. Be it further resolved, the Town Supervisor is authorized to execute and file any documentation required by the Dutchess County Department of Human Resources in connection with this appointment. So moved.
Second.
A motion and second. Any question on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0. Good luck, Ann.
Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Daniel Sorelli as a substitute court attendant at the Justice Court at a salary of $15 per hour effective May 28, 2018. And be it further resolved that the town supervisor is authorized to execute and file any documentation required by the Department of Human Resources in connection with this appointment. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and second. Any question on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0.
Resolution 9, be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the town clerk to advertise for bids for Arlington wastewater treatment plant new pumping equipment for non-potable processed water supply pursuant to plans and specifications prepared, which plans and specifications will be available on May 21st, 2018 in the office of the town clerk. An optional site visit for bidders will be on June 5th, 2018. A bid opening will be held on June 27th, 2018 at 11 a.m. And be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby reserve the right to accept or reject all bids in part or whole. And be it further resolved, the Town Board does hereby determine that this is a Type 2 action requiring no environmental review. So moved.
Second?
The motion second. Any questions on that one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the town clerk to advertise for bids for full CIPP sanitary sewer pipe repairs 2018 pursuant to plans and specifications prepared, which plans and specifications will be available on May 21st, 2018 in the office of the town clerk, and the bid opening will be held on June 13, 2018 at 11 a.m. And be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby reserve the right to accept or reject all bids in whole or part, and be it further resolved that the Town Board does hereby determine that this action is a Type 2 action requiring no environmental review. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion and second. Any questions on this one? Just so everybody knows, this is to do the repairs for DEC consent orders that we had, and for the members that went out and looked at the pipe repair project they did over here in Friendly Lane. This is hiring somebody as opposed to spending $300,000 on the equipment. And this brings the integrity back to the pipes without having to dig up our infrastructure to do it, so it should
That
be a
was the
bonus.
recommendation from
Sean from down the engineering
infrastructure.
department. Yep. And Sean says it's probably he thinks about $190,000 to do 3,500 feet of pipe. And he said the good factor is we don't have to dig up any of the roads to do it, any of the infrastructure. And this has also gone down from what they think, about half what the cost was 2 or 3 years ago. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Whereas the Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie has heretofore received an application from Vassar College to include a fireworks display at its Vassar College Alumni and Alumni Day event to be held on Friday, June 8, 2018, with a rain date of Saturday, June 9, 2018. And whereas the applicant has notified the Arlington Fire Department, and whereas a certificate of liability insurance has been filed with the town clerk, naming the Town of Poughkeepsie as an additional insured, now therefore be it resolved, the Town Board, Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby approve the application as submitted for a fireworks display to be held on Friday, June 8th at 9 p.m. with a rain date of Saturday, June 9th, 2018 on Vassar College property, Raymond Avenue, Poughkeepsie, New York. So moved.
Second?
We have a motion second. Any questions on that one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby accept with regret the resignation of Robert Nasser from the Town of Poughkeepsie Board of Ethics, effective immediately. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion second. Any questions on that one?
Yeah, does this mean we now have a vacancy on the Board of Ethics, and which ward is it in?
I think it's a Bill's word.
Second ward.
Now, is that the only vacancy we have in the Board of Ethics?
To the best of my knowledge, and yes, it was full. Yep,
It was full?
yep.
Second ward. Okay,
I
thank
talked to
you.
Mary the other day. She said it was full.
Yeah, you just appointed 2 people,
Yeah, we did.
right, within the last.
Fifth and
We
fourth.
did appoint two.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Be it resolved, the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby appoint Robert Nasser to the current vacant position on the Town of Poughkeepsie Planning Board as an alternate for a 4-year term, which appointment would expire on December 31st, 2021. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion second. Any questions on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Whereas the building department has received a cost proposal from Metro Hudson Gas and Electric to have its efficiency contractor, Lime Energy Company, replace interior lighting fixtures at the police court facility, 19 Tucker Drive, for $44,095.10. At the senior center, 14 Abe's Way, for $9,982.12. Now therefore be it resolved, the Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby authorize the supervisor or his designee, after consultation with the attorney to the town, to execute contracts for these replacements at the net cost as proposed. Said contracts to be in substantially the form as the earlier contracts between the town and Lime Energy. Be it further resolved that said action is a type 2 action requiring no environmental review. So moved.
Second.
We have a motion second. Any questions on this one?
No, it's a really good idea, though.
It's going to take, I think it's 24 or 26 months, just over 2 years for it to break even for the two of them. And there's a difference in the senior center, whether they just replace the bulbs or they replace the fixtures. It was like, I think, less than $1,000 to do all the fixtures as opposed to doing just all the bulbs. So we figured it was better to go forward.
Is this going to earn us points on our Climate Smart as well?
I think so.
I believe so,
yeah.
yeah.
Very good.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
What do you want to do this?
Number 15 is just an announcement. Abilities First on 248 Creek Road has a home there currently. It's been there for, I'm going to say, 4 or 5 years. And we usually announce these just in case there's any residents that have any concerns. It's been a home that's been there. And the only changes is going from 3 residents to 4 residents. So we just wanted to let you know that that's what was happening over there. They shouldn't notice any difference at all.
Okay, be it resolved that Town Board of Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby grant special consent to the following items to wit: authorize town clerk for the Joseph McDonald Bill Cruz Memorial Run, and be it further resolved that upon the objection of any member of the town board, an item may be removed from this list and voted on separately. So move.
Second.
Motion second. Any question on this one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Resolution SC1. Be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie has heretofore received an application from Mark Sanfilippo on behalf of the Mid-Hudson Road Runners Club to hold the annual Joseph McDonald Bill Cruz Memorial Run to be held on Saturday, June 2nd, 2018. And be it further resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Poughkeepsie does hereby approve the application for said run, and that the town clerk is in receipt of a certificate of liability insurance naming the Town of Poughkeepsie as an additional insured. So moved.
Second?
The motion second. Any questions on that one? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. We've come to the end of our agenda. I'd like to make a motion to suspend the rules for any item referring to the town at all.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody would like to speak at all? Norm?
My name's Norm Dennis, 29 Parkview Terrace, Poughkeepsie. Okay, just to bring a little bit forward to understanding what Tinkleman's about ready to do behind my home at 29 Parkview Terrace. I realized, and I did not know, that when he applied for this in 2013, okay, that also included building behind me and changing the zoning. I was not aware of that, and then he was not really upfront in saying that, okay, the way I understood that. Okay, he has a lot of little issues. Well, it could be a big issue. Number one, he has no sewer, number one, okay? We have our own sewer system, my brother-in-law and I and my nephew, a pump station in front of my house, okay? And if he was to build behind it, okay, my house, which is 100 feet deep, okay, and I seen not the plans, but what his projective in what he is to propose, I'm assuming to you guys, or to the planning board, I don't know where it goes next. But what I see is that he has gonna be 16 units, but, you know, and there's gonna be parking there. Well, understand that it's going to probably have to be 30 feet high in the air to get a natural drain, okay? So therefore, when he puts all that, I mean, now, I already gave back in the day, Arlington Heights and easement go through my yard so I didn't get flooded out from their holding ponds. And there's a header wall up on top, okay, that which is right on the property line there, where there's a big drain, so if, when the storms do go, which we have torrential rain, we have an issue with that flooding, so that runs all through the property that Mr. Tinkleman just ended up, well, not just, but purchasing. And Mohammed is, so therefore, when the Andersons owned it, she would not allow anybody on that property to put a pipe down through it to connect to the storm drain that I had give the easement for. And then what happened is, so therefore, so that's a big open drain that's up on the hill for the overflow for whatever it's called now, okay? But on the other hand, that's a big deal, so that would almost have to be connected. And if you ever looked behind where Mr. Tinkleman was planning on the building, okay, it's not a flat land. It's very hilly. There's some hill, and there's a big dip where I am. And then as you move closer to my brother-in-law, it goes up again, and then it goes even higher to where I don't know where within that point of view he's going to actually start to build, or, you know. But on the other hand, I mean, if it is, number one, that pipe would have to be connected to the storm drain, okay? And then he would have to come up with some kind of idea what he was going to do for the sewer. I know why he bought Shelley's house next door, so he would have access to the back of my house, okay? Because other than that, it was all landlocked, okay? So, I mean, there's a lot of issues that we need to look at. I mean, we have a meeting, Jessica and I, my brother-in-law and stuff, have a meeting with Mr. Tinkleman on Tuesday at 6 o'clock, and to address some of the problems, or at least put them out there, okay, to see what his idea of the situation is, okay? Just to let you know, and, you know, what's going on, and because it could be a big hassle to, I mean, naturally, his slogan is, you know, neighbors likes neighbors. Well, the neighbors will be in my backyard, you know, I mean, not that you can do much about it or whatever have you, but then we got to come up with some, because otherwise we have people walking through the back lots now, coming through our yards and stuff, which, you know, is not good, because number one, it's like a hilly and it's dips and grooves and somebody's going to get hurt anyway, but obviously I'm sure he'll address that as he plans on building, but it's just interesting to see how high he's going to build so he gets a natural drain for the sewer. You know, thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you, and I know Jessica's been in touch with you.
Yes.
And she's been going to the meetings with you, so
Yes.
she's been keeping us very well informed, as much as a couple other people have, so we will try to get you the best project possible.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks, Norm.
Thank you. Is there anybody else? If not, a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Look at how easy to.